The one thing students can learn from philosophy is the nature, importance, and influence of worldviews. If one is serious about getting somewhere in the study of philosophy, it is helpful to examine the bigger picture, namely the worldviews of the thinkers whose theories have become a large part of what philosophers study. A worldview contains a person's answers to the major questions in life, almost all of which contain significant philosophical content. It is a conceptual framework, pattern, or arrangement of persons' beliefs. The best worldviews are comprehensive, systematic, and supposedly true views of life and of the world. The philosophical systems of great thinkers such as Plato, Aristotle, Plotinus, Augustine, and Thomas Aquinas delineate their worldviews. Of course, many worldviews suffer from incompleteness, inconsistencies, and other failings. Few of the pieces of such worldviews fit together. Most people have no idea what a worldview is, or even that they have one. People like this are unlikely to know much about the specific content of their own worldview. Nonetheless, achieving a greater awareness of our own worldview is one of the most important things we can do. Insight into the worldviews of others is essential to understanding what makes them tick. One thing we can do for others is to help them achieve a better understanding of their worldview. We can also help them to improve, which means eliminating inconsistencies and providing new information that will fill gaps and remove errors in the conceptual system. A worldview, then, is a conceptual scheme that contains our fundamental beliefs. It is also the means by which we interpret and judge reality. Worldviews function much like eyeglasses. The right eyeglasses can put the world into a clearer focus, and the correct worldview can do something similar. When people look at the world through the wrong worldview, reality doesn't make sense to them. Putting on the right conceptual scheme, that is, viewing the world through the correct worldview, can have consequences for the rest of a person's thinking and acting. The Confessions of Augustine provide ample support for this claim. Most of us know people who seem incapable of seeing certain points that are obvious to us. Perhaps those people view us as equally thick-headed or stubborn. They often seem to have a built-in grid that filters out information and arguments, and that leads them to place a peculiar twist onto what seems obvious to us. Such obstinacy is often a consequence of their worldview. The study of philosophy can help us realize what a worldview is, assisting us in achieving a better understanding of our worldview and aid us in improving it. Another thing the study of philosophy can teach us is that some worldviews are better than others. Even though Plato and Aristotle got some things, perhaps many things wrong, chances are their worldview will generally get higher marks than those who are listening to this series. The fact that some worldviews are better than others suggests the need for tests or criteria by which worldviews can be evaluated. Together, we will identify some of these criteria as we continue our journey into understanding worldviews.